when they drop the green flag, these guys are already in a rhythm. You know, Mark's been here. He's been running a Winston Cup car. He's been running a Busch car. These guys, we have the luxury of being in a Winston Cup car, of getting to practice extra times during the day. Even though it's in a totally different race car, you get to practice a little bit more time. And you get in a rhythm. You begin to know the racetrack. Mark was on the racetrack qualifying. He was on the racetrack an hour ago, where these guys weren't on the racetrack since 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon. So he knows more about what the racetrack's like, the Winston Cup guys do. But they get in a rhythm really, really early in the race.
So laps are laps, just like a quarterback taking snaps or snaps. So experience is important.
It doesn't make any difference what you're running here.
A little bit of contact there with Dick Trickle and Blaney in the 93. An Amoco car. And we see Dick Trickle shutting off Kevin Grubb at 52. Grubb had a run on Dick Trickle. He's going to try it again down the backstretch.
And take a look back here at that 12 car. There comes Spencer, Jimmy Spencer, in the Zippo Chevy. If you just joined us, Jimmy Spencer had Steve Grissom qualify the car 16th on Thursday. Spencer was up at Dover testing the Winston Cup car and didn't realize that he needed to be here to qualify. Thus, he had to start in the rear of the field, 43rd. Now finds himself battling for 13th.
Something smoking on Dick Trickle's car. Looked like the right front. Maybe he's made some contact with someone and knocked it's a little bit of contact with the 52 of Grubb and Jimmy Spencer. But Kevin does a nice job. Now Spencer lost a little momentum. Here comes Bobby Hill driving to the inside of Hermie Sadler back there. The blue and white car on the inside is Hillen. And we're going to make it 3 abreast as Jeff Burton's on the inside of Hillen.
You can see how just getting out of the gas for just a split second to allow somebody in line or give them a little bit of room, you lose a little bit of ground. I think Trickle, when he got into Blaney there a little bit, may have knocked the fender in, but I think it smoked a lap or two and then knocked itself off.
Riding along with Jeff Burton in his car number 9, the Track Gear Ford Taurus. And our leader is that young man right there, car number 3, the AC Delco Chevrolet driver, Little E. Dale Earnhardt Jr., our Busch Series point leader. Under beautiful skies and a great crowd, the Busch Series stars and cars are putting on one whale of a show, and we're still early here in the Autolite Platinum 250. Back with more in just a moment.
Santerre's still running 3rd.
Yeah. He's holding on pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive for Spencer to go in the 12th spot.
Yeah, he is.
Seen a lot of cars backfiring. Is that the unleaded fuel, the incomplete combustion, you think?
Well, and I think it's better than it used to be. I think it's better.
Really?
Supposedly it's supposed to be better with the 100 octane. It's supposed to be burned better than the 108 octane.
Yeah, it's supposed to burn out of the cylinder quicker. That was their problem when they had the stuff to begin with the unleaded. It was laying in the cylinder, burning the valve guides out. And what they tried to do was up the stuff so that it burn away quicker, so it wouldn't build up as much heat in the cylinders.
I got you.
I think you just noticed the backfire because it's night. Yeah. As much as anything.
Blaze Alexander.
Ooh.
Back at Richmond International Raceway, NASCAR Busch Series action under the lights. Aaron in Rico County, Virginia. Weekend coverage coming up RPM tonight, 5:30 Eastern time on the Deuce tomorrow night. NASCAR today on the mothership at 7 Eastern. ESPN, followed by our live flag-to-flag coverage. Ned Jarrett will slide in, so will John Kernan and the big guy, Bob Jenkins, to call the NASCAR Winston Cup Exide NASCAR Select Batteries 400 at 7:30 Eastern time tomorrow night. And of course, weekend coverage on Sunday, RPM today at 12:30 Eastern. The NASCAR Craftsman Trucks Memphis 200 on ESPN at 1 Eastern time. And the Kart FedEx Series Honda Grand Prix of Monterey featuring the Texaco 300 at 3 Eastern time on ESPN. All caution being shown for the 3rd time tonight as a car number 20 Blaze Alexander, as his rescue machine has come to rest on the racetrack.
And, you know, really nothing happened to the car except he couldn't get to the bottom of the racetrack. Cars all the way around the 3/4 mile racetrack, and he just simply had to stop because his car was not under power. And the pace car goes by pit road, and all the leaders have chosen not to pit. Somewhere in the back, some of these guys will, looks like Elton Sawyer will be the first car to come down pit road and make a pit stop.
Now the rule tonight is they get 3 sets of tires under caution. A lot of teams are saying they would make 3 pit stops at 80-lap intervals. You take a look at from high above this Richmond International Raceway, courtesy of the fine folks at Pennzoil and our Pennzoil Copter Cam. You see some of the cars that have peeled off on the pit road. There's Elton Sawyer's, Barbasol Ford. And also the 64 car of Dick Trickle. Let's check in his pits with Bill Weber.
Well, Dick Trickle is not in his pits. He's going to stay out on the track, Jerry, like most of the leaders. He did have a brief tire rub on the front right side of that car, but it has corrected itself, so they're happy with their performance, and Trickle stays on the track.
Last week's winner at Darlington, South Carolina, the Duraloop 200, and what was a photo finish by inches over Dale Earnhardt Jr. We are working caution for the 3rd time tonight. Doing a prop with the car number 20 of Blaze Alexander coming to a rest on the racetrack. Back with more with Dale Earnhardt Jr. as our leader in just a moment.
Ray, you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you hearing that scanner or that radio in the background?
Yeah, it sounds like it's, you know, up in the booth.
Do you guys hear that at all in the booth?
No, I did not.
Man, that is killing me. It's somebody's radio. It's an open radio of a spotter and a crew talking to their driver. I don't know if it's open in the booth or what.
Last night, Neil, Jill kept asking us if we heard a conversation between a crew and a driver. We did not hear the conversation. Somehow, the radios that we're trying to scan, there's a problem somehow. The guys in the pits are hearing it.
Yeah, it sounds like one of the crew members is standing in the booth with you guys.
Exactly. That's what I thought it was, to be honest about it.
Well, the radio is in the booth, so that's exactly where it is.
I thought I was losing my mind.
Hoppy's turned the thing off now, so see.
1 to go. Next time by. 1 to go.
Are you hearing anything now, Bill? Or Ray?
Negative.
All right. We welcome you back to Richmond International Raceway. Ray Dunlap, Bill Weber, Kyle Petty, Benny Parsons, and yours truly, Jerry Punch, bringing you live action on just an absolutely gorgeous night here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Great crowd on hand.
See Carl Simmons giving the field the signal 1 lap before the green flag is waved, and we're back racing again.
There's a look at some of this crowd that have come in here tonight to watch exciting NASCAR Busch Series action. Every seat will be filled tomorrow night for NASCAR's Winston Cup cars, 400 laps, 300 miles on this D-shaped 3/4 mile oval in Henrico County, Virginia. Still 33 cars on the lead lap as we get set for a restart here on lap 51. Caution number 3 out for a total of 5 laps.
Oh, Speedo missed a ship, and that let the first 3 cars get a jump, but also Jeff Green, the 92 car, gets a jump as well. Jeff Green is 1 lap down.
Comes the car number 34 back on the racetrack. Mike McLaughlin minus the front end of that Gould's Pump Chevy.
And he's only 47 laps down right now.
Of course, third in the point standings. Take a look at this car as it comes at you. He finished 34th here in June. A lot of work by the crew members to get him back on the racetrack after he was involved with 3 other cars in contact on the second lap of the race down in turn 1.
Never see the leader, Earnhardt Jr. in the 3 car. Kevin LePage is second, the Cadillac car. And right now, you see Tim Fiedler is going by Andy Santerre on the outside. Jeff Purvis, a 4 car, is 4th. Todd Bodine, the Slim Jim car, would be running in 5th. And Lyndon Amick is in 6th. And right now, Amick is getting a challenge from Shane Hall in the Big A Auto Parts automobile. There he is. And now Trickle looks back at Jimmy Spencer. That's the battle for the 11th spot.
Now Spencer gets a challenge on the inside. Trying to sneak it into the inside of him is the car number 52.
Kevin Grubb. There he is, the 52, the link belt. And I'm sorry, it's Creestar. The other car is the link belt.
That is all for position. We mentioned there are 33 cars on the lead lap, and the car number 12 now makes a move. Spencer trying to get beneath it. He makes the move and passes Dick Trickle for position. That would be for the 11th spot.
Now he sets his sights on Blaney. Blaney drifts high, and Spencer drives up beside of him. That will put Jimmy Spencer up in the top 10 in 10th spot if he can just get by the Amoco car. So far, well, I thought he might have a position, but no.
All right, now he will set his sights. As you look back from the Winn-Dixie Ford, that is Martin Martin, his next prey, and that one may not be quite as easy as some of these lesser experienced drivers. He still hasn't gotten by Dave Blaney. Now he has the inside and will slide up in front of Blaney and take the position away. That is the 10th spot.
Martin, meanwhile, is going by on the outside, going by Wayne Grubb. That's the link belt car, 83. Spencer will try to do the same thing on the outside. He does it. Now, Martin has moved up on the racetrack trying to find a grip, but look at Spencer. Man, this car is working.
Jimmy's car really works good right in the middle of the corner. You watch him right here. He rolls really free through the center of the corner. Martin just lets him go right there, but on the outside, those guys are going in, slowing down a little bit, but they're keeping their cars built up, the RPMs built up, and they're running on the outside down the straightaway. That's why Spencer had such a hard time with Blaney.
Shane Hall, his next prey. How much are you out of the gas here? It almost looks like Spencer just barely comes out. Whoops. And we have a car spinning and tagging the wall. That's Ashton Lewis in the car number 89. The Meredith Ruart car. He did more than tag it. He crunched it. Back of that machine is shoved down. Young man from Chesapeake, Virginia, driving for Meredith Ruart, and that will bring out caution number 4 here on lap number 60.
And we can see the back end is dragging the racetrack, so he certainly is going to have to go to the attention of the pit crew.
Ashton had a pretty good performance at Darlington last week. Anytime you bring a car home in one piece your first trip to Darlington and get a top 25 finish, you got to be pretty proud of that. But a tough one tonight here for him on lap number 60. See if we can see what happened to the car number 89.
There's nothing behind him, so looks like a tire might have gone flat or something. Looks like he got in the corner and around he went.
All right, caution for the 4th time tonight from Carl Simmons. We are still early on here in the Autolite Platinum 250 NASCAR Busch National Series event. It is Earnhardt, LePage, Santerre, Purvis, and Bodine in the top 5.
That Ashton Lewis is from Chesapeake, Virginia?
That's what he told me.
I thought he was from somewhere in New England. This says Fernandino Beach, Florida. Here, Jerry.
Hard fought, let me fight. Thank you.